Let's turn all the lights on, 'cause we need to see the crowd going crazy. My imagination is running wild.
Hey everybody, it's Kat here from Deli Rage. I know you haven't seen a video from me for a while, and I must apologise about that. And today's video is going to be a little bit different from my usual fare. We've been thinking about vlogging for a long time, and I've been meaning to, but in reality my life is pretty boring, so I would feel kind of silly just vlogging my usual day-to-day movements, which tend to be to the shops, get petrol, come home, make dinner, study, you know, those sorts of things. So yes, so I thought I would try something a little bit different, and I'm currently embarking on a bit of a quest, which I am kind of dubiously initially going to call my Healthy Happy Me quest, or for short. So with Kat or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, if you have any better ideas for a name for this thing, let me know. But anyway, basically, I'm starting on a bodybuilding quest. Now, this might make all of you tune out and immediately go, okay, this is completely irrelevant to me, but I promise you, stay tuned and you will see how this is relevant, and what's more, you may be interested in joining me. I don't know. But this has been spurred on by a few things, really. As some of you may know from chatting to me or from reading the blog, my health hasn't been the best in the recent year-ish. I developed a condition called IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, which kind of came from my tendency to be anxious. I've always been a sort of an anxious person. I've always worried, and I think all of that sort of accumulated into a physical condition because I wasn't really looking after my mental health all that well, because, you know, I didn't know any better. I was always worried, I was always anxious. It's always the way I'd been, so I didn't realise that I had to do something about it. So anyway, the past year has been a quest of me trying to figure out this whole IBS thing, and thankfully it's under control now, and also try and get my anxiety in control and not stress and become a healthier, happier version of myself. And this quest that I'm going on now is sort of a little extension of that. So one of the things that I've been doing in the search for a healthier, happier me is developing my fitness. I used to be a lot fitter than I am now, and I find that in recent years, since I'm sort of turning 30, it's much easier for me to gain weight than it is for me to lose weight. And girls, I know you feel me there. But at the same time, I don't think that fitness should be all about losing weight. I think getting fit, you should look at it more as a health thing as opposed to a weight thing. Of course, it's great when you lose a dress size and you can fit into new clothes, and that can be a real motivator when you drop a dress size and all of that. But at the same time, I don't think it should really be your primary reason for embarking on a fitness regime. I think really your cardiovascular health and also your strength and your mental health should really be a priority when embarking on a fitness regime, because those are the things that really stand to benefit. So doing fitness for cosmetic reasons is okay, but I think then when you lose sight of that, it's very easy to fall off the bandwagon when you become complacent about looking good in clothes, or maybe it's the winter time, you don't really care how you look because you're going to be going around in lots of layers and things. Anyway, you know what I mean. So I've been going to the gym and working on my aerobic fitness and all that, primarily for my mental health, because it's just a really good thing to do if you tend to suffer from anxiety. It kind of puts you in a zone where your mind is clear, your thoughts aren't racing anymore, and it kind of helps you to work through stress and stuff that's going on in your life when you're, say, running or rowing or swimming or whatever you're doing. And as well, It releases all sorts of, as I'm sure you know, you've heard of, happy hormones in your mind, which also helps to sort of soothe you and calm you and all of that. So yeah, anyway, basically fitness is good. But you know what's even better? Strength. I think that with girls, an awful lot of emphasis is placed upon being skinny and being slim and, you know, not weighing much. But to be honest with you, that's bullshit. I think it's much better to avoid focusing on the scales, because even though you mightn't weigh much, it doesn't actually mean that you're healthy. I'm sure we've all heard the phrase that muscle weighs more than fat, and I have to change my arm position now because my shoulder's hurting. Ow, because I've been rambling on here for about 5 minutes. So, muscle weighs more than fat, which means that you can be sort of like light on the scales, but you might actually carry a lot of fat and not be all that healthy as a consequence. Even though you might fit into your clothes and look good and all that, you're not really healthy. Yeah, that's not a good thing. And I think there is a real bad emphasis on girls being skinny, and I think that the emphasis should more be on girls being strong, because a strong body lends itself to a strong mind, which lends itself to a stronger, more resilient you. Stick with me, I'm going somewhere with this. So yeah, I'm personally, the reason I'm embarking on this sort of fitness and strength journey is because I was strong back maybe 7 to 10 years ago. I was very much into dance, and my legs were strong and my core was strong, and I was able to eat what I wanted and never put on weight or anything like that. And over the years, working at a desk job and just generally being inactive and kind of losing the whole dance side of me that I used to do, because there isn't really all that much for adults to do in the realm of dance apart from Zumba and stuff like that, which doesn't interest me. I think I started losing the muscle that I had built through dance, and that started being replaced by fat. So even though the figures on the scales probably weren't really changing that much, I was definitely getting much less fit. And as a result, I think my metabolism just went down into the pan. And in recent years, I've been feeling much more lethargic. I had no energy, which means I had no motivation, which means that I'm generally not happy, you know, and that's not good. You should have motivation to do more than sit on the couch and watch through the full series of Orange is the New Black of a weekend, you know. So I wasn't feeling good in myself, and I had this anxiety problem, as I was telling you. So I'm embarking on a bodybuilding journey. What I'm trying to do is basically build up my muscles, because building your strength and building your muscles actually helps to boost your metabolism, which means that you're actually burning more calories at rest, which means that you can eat more, which is always good. And also you feel more energetic, you feel enlivened, you feel healthier, and you feel better as a result. And I think that I hate this whole stereotype that girls need to be skinny. I think that lends itself to all sorts of problems, really, mental problems, mental illnesses such as anorexia, bulimia, all of these things, or even on a smaller side of the scale, generally poor body image, you know, thinking, oh, you know, if I'm not skinny, I'm not worth anything. So I really want to get the message out there that strong is the new skinny. And I think it's starting to trickle its way through sort of the female consciousness that girls can be strong too. Girls can lift weights. You know, girls can be almost as good as guys. And it gives you a strength, not just in your muscles, but also in your mind. So I think that strong is the new sexy. And so I'm starting on a strengths journey myself. I've been sort of messing around with resistance training over the past few months with machines and cable machines and stuff like that in the gym that I go to, and I've never actually done any free weights exercise, and that's the stuff that really helps you with your strength. So I'm embarking upon a journey to hopefully at some point be able to lift my own body weight and see a stronger, sexier, happier me from it. And that may not interest you, but I'm hoping to convince you that it should. And on top of that, I'm generally going on a whole journey of becoming a healthier and happier me. And I think we could all do with a bit of that. So yeah, today's day one. I'm marching myself into the gym. I have my new program in hand and we'll see how it goes. So I hope you will join me on this journey to a healthier, happier me. I'm planning to vlog about what I'm doing, what I'm eating, ups and downs, the various measurements that I'm going to be taking to see my progress. As I said, I don't really believe in watching the scales because muscle weighs more than fat, and I found that generally my fitness journey so far, as I've been gaining muscle, my weight has been staying relatively the same, but I've been losing inches in measurements, and other metrics like my heart rate has been going down. So, you know, I think the scales, just throw out your scales, forget about it, use other metrics like your waist measurements, your hip measurements and all that, and the amount of weight that you can carry to measure your progress. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll be sharing my progress with you guys and various tips, what I'm finding good, what I'm finding not good, and hopefully getting some insight from those of you who've already been on this journey and know a bit more about it than me, because I am not an expert by any means. I'm only starting out and I'm going to make mistakes along the way, and I am totally open to suggestions and ideas from all of you. So I hope you'll join me on this journey. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.
I didn't notice the sound my body cares about this guy that's far.
And this is their Creamy Glow Duo number 4 in Sculpting Medium in Candlelight.